Yo, what is up, guys? Savage Boy 23 back with another video. Today I'm going to give you guys my final NBA recap, and I'm going to move on and give you guys my NBA predictions for the playoffs and play-in. I'm excited. I can't wait. Yesterday was a very slow day because there was no sports, no basketball, no football. There's just nothing in general. The only thing I could do is watch the highlights of the games that I'm about to make a recap on. And, yeah. But yeah, yesterday was a boring day. And it's going to get worse from here. But yeah, let me give you guys my NBA recap, final one. And then I'm going to give you guys my NBA prediction. And also, there was some breaking news in the NBA world. First one is this is not no breaking news. I'm even surprised they got him. I will be talking about him more when it comes for them to shine and they play. I'm just gonna say this one time and that's it. We're gonna move on. Kai Jones is a flipper now, a Los Angeles flipper player. Don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, I'm gonna give you guys my full recap on that in the next video when they do play. And then also, there was some breaking news this morning or last night, whatever the case may be. The Brooklyn Nets got a new head coach. I'm gonna say this loud and clear. I'm guessing everybody saw this coming, regardless if you're not a Brooklyn Nets fan or not. The Brooklyn Nets coach they had was not that good, and it was time for him to go. But yeah, he's a young coach, so we're gonna see what he does in Brooklyn. Now, I have one question to every Brooklyn Nets fan out there in the basketball world. Does this mean that the Brooklyn Nets are they going to contain and maintain to act like they're better than the Brooklyn Nets? I mean, better than the New York Knicks? Because to be honest, they've never been on the New York Knicks level. They've never been there. But that's good for the Brooklyn Nets to get a new head coach. They needed it desperately. I'm going to say this loud and clear. I did not see this coming at all. I'm guessing everybody did. And I did too. I'm just saying that as an example, but the Brooklyn Nets coach was terrible. If no one's going to say it, I will. And yeah. And also there's one more breaking news. And I don't know why you have to rush this player. Because last thing you need and your team needs is you to get hurt. And his name is Giannis Antetokounmpo. This man, before the game even tipped, before the game even starts, even before the game even starts another day, he says he wants to play against the Pacers. Do you know how pissed I would be if the Bucks get knocked out first round? Giannis. Don't rush yourself back in the game. If you don't have faith in Damian Lillard, you don't have faith in your team. If you just want to say the Bucks suck without you on the team or without you playing on the court, just say it. But you immediately said, I want to play against the Pacers, against Tyrese Halliburton. I'm going to say this loud and clear before anybody says it. If the Bucks get knocked out first round, Doc Rivers, you got to get fired immediately. And there's no point of you even staying on that team. We've all known that Doc Rivers sucks as a coach. We've all known that. What he did in Boston, what he did for the Flippers, and what he did for the 76ers. I know everyone's going to say that was in the past. This is a new Doc Rivers. This is the same Doc Rivers that I know that used to work as a ESPN announcer. And he will never stop being a different Doc Rivers than ESPN Doc Rivers. I mean, to be honest, I'm going to say this loud and clear. Now, I'm not trying to, hurt Doc Rivers' feelings. I'm not trying to hurt anybody right now, but to be honest, I think it was better being off than being an announcer than a coach. I think everybody in the NBA were scared of him coming back as an NBA coach. I think the Bucks were scared of him being a coach. Because if the Bucks lose first round, I just don't know how am I going to feel at the end of the day. And let's just say they go out here and lose or win. What about the second round? What about the third round? But, yeah. I don't know how to feel about Giannis coming back because last thing I need is for him to get hurt again. And the Bucks' season is just over before it even begins. But, yeah, let's get into these NBA recaps because there's a lot of games that I have to recap and a lot of great games. Well, we only have, what, 2 games today? I don't know. Yeah, 2 games today. But, yeah, guys, if you can, again, please, you guys, like, subscribe, comment down below. Hit that like, comment down below, and tell me, guys, what your guys' favorite team is. And tell me what team do you think will bring the NBA championship and who would win the play-in playoff season on the line. Comment down below. But anyways, let's get into these recaps. Have fun. Alright. Now this was a banger. All these games were a banger. These were all last game minute games for the week. No more games. No more seeing terrible teams on the court. Their season is done. Their season has been over since Sunday afternoon. But yeah, last and final recap for the NBA regular season, and we're going to move on to the playoffs. Again, I want to say this loud and clear to everybody out there, each fan base, every fan base. You guys played your heart out. You guys played amazing. Don't know if anybody told you that, but you guys did. There's some teams that went out there and just played around on the court that did not care what they were doing. There were some teams out there that were going out there playing their hearts out in this game. So shout out to every team out there that did not make it to the playoffs or play in. You always got next season and next year. But until then, guys, great regular season, fun, competitive. There was more energy on the court for these young teams. But other than that, it was great. But let's move on to this team here. Kyle Kuzma and Washington Wizards. Did I tune into this game? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. To sit here and tell me that you didn't have, I'm guessing no Jason Tatum, no Jaylen Brown, no Dinkus Pinkus, no Drew Holiday, no starters on the court, right? Just basically bench players, if I'm correct. And they still went out here and won this game. Now, this might be the last game for the Wizards, but the Celtics have a lot more to play for. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. How did the Celtics, with no star players, I'm guessing, right, went out here and won this game? You might as well just say the Celtics starters, or the bench players, the Celtics bench players are way better than the Wizards starters. I'm just going to say that now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but tell me if they played or not. To be honest, I didn't watch the game. I didn't see the highlights. I wanted to so bad, but I was like, nah, I don't want to. But, yeah. Now, I don't know who's the main player on this game because, again, I don't know if the starters played in this game or not. Now, I said this game was boring from the start, right? I mean, to be honest, they got close as they could, to be honest. But, yeah. Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole just ended their losing season. Hopefully next season the Wizards do get better. But they have a long way to recover and see what they will do. Hopefully next season Kuzma does say he does want to follow in the championship bubble where he wants to get good players for his teammates and himself. And hopefully the Wizards do go far. Because the Wizards. Kyle Kuzma is a good player. He's a fun player to watch on the court. Jordan Poole, I don't know about that man. That man is let's just say he's young and he doesn't know how to be developed in the NBA yet. Because when he was with the Warriors, he had Steph and Clay to lean on the shoulder. Now he's in Wizards. Now he only has Jordan Poole. And sometimes Jordan Poole does. Sometimes Kyle Kuzma. I'm gonna say he has Kyle Kuzma. Sorry, he has Kyle Kuzma to lean on. But even then, Kyle Kuzma is. Sometimes I think he's always in the starting lineup, or sometimes he's not even playing, or sometimes the dude just wants to not even play. Like he just goes off and does whatever he wants in the game. And to be honest, he's young. He got his first ring with the Lakers. Let's see how many he gets before he retires. I mean, for him, to be honest, I watched Kuzma and I think Kuzma's a good player. I think he'll get 3 more. I think he'll get 3 more. I do. Now I don't know if they're gonna be with the Wizards, but I can see him getting it. Now Jordan Poole, I could be wrong, I could be right, but I can only see him with 1 ring. 1. And that's with the Warriors. He's not getting no more. Now, I know there's Jordan Poole fans out there, and I gotta, tell you the truth. Jordan Poole, he's not been the same Jordan Poole that I've seen in Washington or the Golden State. He's not been the same Jordan Poole that I've seen in Golden State. He's been going up and down, with his stats and all that. And most of the time, when I see him shoot threes, he misses. I've not seen the same Jordan Poole since the Warrior days. So, yeah. But yeah, this was a boring game. Wasn't fun. Did not tune into the game. Did not see the highlights. So, yeah. I'm even surprised that the Boston Celtics won this game with their bench players. I don't even know if they play their starters in. I'm guessing half of the players in the NBA even played on the last game. The only games that I saw that played their starters were between 7 to 10. Now I'm guessing half of the teams in the NBA did not play their starters. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now I'm going to say this loud and clear. I didn't watch a lot of games on Sunday afternoon. I mostly watched a bunch of highlights, but I didn't watch fully of the highlights. I just went through them fast. So, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm even surprised that the Celtics won with their bench players. They're bench players. And the Wizards had, most of their starters out? But, yeah. Let's move on, because we got a lot of recaps to get on, too. Alright. Charlotte Hornets versus Donovan Mitchell Cavs. Now, I want to say this loud and clear. Now, I heard this, I read this. Apparently, there's some rumors going around. I don't know if it's true or not. You guys can tell me in the comments. That the Cavs had most of their starters in. Right? And then all of a sudden, since the Knicks won that game before, the Cavs took all their starters out around in the 3rd or 4th so they can lose this game on purpose. Now, I want to say this loud and clear as an NBA fan on a lot of teams. I don't think a team out there that wants to lose on purpose, because you're letting the team down. You're not just leading the team down. You're letting your fan base down. So to go out there and lose on purpose, that's literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Imagine I'm on the NBA team, whatever team I go for, and I'm in the playoffs, and I purposely hurt my ankle and I don't want to play. And all of a sudden I let my team down. Now, I know what people might say. This is not a team letdown of one player. This is the whole team we're talking about. You think Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland wanted to go out there on purpose in the 4th and 3rd, want to go out there and lose on purpose? You think Max Strus, D Wade want to go out there and lose on purpose? I don't think that matters if you lose on purpose. I just want to put this out to people. Basketball is a team sport. Football is a team sport. All the teams out there in the NBA world and sports world are mostly team sports. Not one team is solo. So if people want to make a case and argue about a team wanted to lose on purpose, that is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard in the NBA world. Because I don't think the Cavs wanted to lose on purpose just so they can, dodge another team in the Eastern Conference. Regardless if that's the Knicks or the Celtics or the Bucks. They're not going to lose on purpose to just dodge another team that's better than them. It's just pointless. And what is the point of you making it to the playoffs? Why don't you make it to the play-in? But, yeah. Charlotte Hornets, Cavs. I did not tune into this game. I did not see the highlights. I heard that the Cavs were up, and then all of a sudden they lost the game out of nowhere. People can say that they lost on purpose, or the Hornets had better chances in the second half. Whatever the case may be. This game was not fun, not great. I did not tune into this game. I didn't watch the highlight of this game. But one team is moving on and the other team is staying behind. And that team is moving on is the Cavs. And whatever's going to happen to them and in the play-in, the playoffs, whatever the case may be, hopefully they go far. But the Cavs been having an up and down season. Now, correct me if I'm wrong or not. If the Cavs lose, I think Donovan Mitchell is going to want to request a trade. Whatever the case may be, regardless if he wants to go to the New York Knicks or the Los Angeles Lakers or a question mark out there for a team, let him do what he wants because he's a great player. He's a fun player to watch. Or he might restructure his contract with the Cavs. Whatever the case may be for him. Donovan Mitchell is a great player regardless of whatever team you put him in, whatever jersey you put him in, he's going to go out there and play his best. Because I've seen him in Utah. And what he can do in Utah, you can never forget what he's about to do in Cleveland. Now, I know there's a lot of fans out there that don't like some other teams out there or other players that I root for or don't root for. But Cavs, Donovan Mitchell, don't sleep on Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's a great player. He's a fun player to watch. So, yeah, I'm just saying that. Now, the Charlotte Hornets, no LaMelo Ball. I mean, to be honest, the Hornets are just having a rough season. Rough. They lost no LaMelo Ball. And they lost Scary Terry to the Miami Heat. They have been down most of the season. And they said this season they're going to bring it. That's funny. When's the last time I ever heard somebody say they're gonna keep that promise and they broke it? I've never heard anybody say that, to be honest. I've never heard anybody say that they're going to bring a team towards the playoffs or play in or bring a championship to that team, and at the end of the day, they broke it. But, yeah, I can never see the Hornets win a championship in Charlotte. I can never see it. I never. Honestly, I'm going to say this loud and clear to everybody out there, and I'm not just hating on the team. I'm not just hating on the players. I'm not just hating on the fans. If I see LaMelo Ball hoist the NBA championship, I would not watch the NBA Finals. I would not watch the playoffs that year. All I want to say is I'm glad it's never going to happen. To be honest, everyone keeps asking me, and he's young, and I'm not going to sit here and say he's not going to get anything just because there's probably LaMelo Ball fans out there. I have friends that are LaMelo Ball fans, and I'm really disappointed in them. And they tell me how many championships you think he's going to have before he retires. I keep telling everybody, he's young. And people keep saying, what if he teams up with his brother in Chicago? What's going to happen? It's going to be the same old thing. They're going to be on the bench talking. Nothing's gonna change. They're gonna keep going out there doing Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball things, and then next season they're gonna go down, or next game they're gonna go down. Now, I've never ever said that they're not gonna make it. Now, they have really good talents, but to sit here and say that they're gonna bring an NBA championship, good luck. Now, I have another question for you guys, and to be honest, this is a long shot and see if it's even gonna happen or not. Who do I see is the best player, the best brother to bring the NBA championship and first ring into their household? To be honest, I think it's gonna be Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is that first player, that first brother that can bring a championship in that household, bring a ring in that first house. Honestly, everybody might have different opinions. It might be LaMelo Ball, it might be Lonzo. Everybody has their own different opinions. But to me, I don't care what's going to happen. If they somehow, some way bring a championship to Charlotte or Chicago, nothing's going to change the fact of them acting like they're better than everybody, all because they just came off of a huge injury and their season is over. They're still going to be the same LaMelo Ball, same Ball family. Nothing's going to change. But, yeah. But guys, that is my NBA thoughts for the Hornets and the Ball brothers and a bunch of the Cavs. Yeah, we're going to move on. Now this game here. Dejounte Murray Hawks versus Tyrese Halliburton Pacers. Now, potentially, don't know if it's true or not. Apparently they're saying Ice Trae is coming back sooner than later. Honestly, I did not watch this game. I didn't see the highlight of this game. I did not want to tune into this game. But to see him say that Ice Trae is coming back sooner than later, honestly, I think I should just not let him play this season if I was the coach of the Hawks. Because first off, he needs practice. He literally needs to feel the court out before he goes out there into the playoffs or play in, and all of a sudden he fumbles the bag. But if Hawks want to do that, let them do that. No one's gonna stop them doing it. But I think he's been out for a long time, and who knows when he's gonna get the same. Who knows when we're going to get the same Ice Trae? We don't even know if we're going to get the same Ice Trae that we saw before he got hurt, you know? But, yeah. That's what I think, and that's what I'm going to stay on. I mean, congrats for him to come back, I guess, but, I mean, they're going to need it because they're playing against the Chicago Bulls team with no Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Vooch and Caruso, so, yeah. But yeah, now let's talk about the Pacers. Now, the Pacers, they are a very odd team. You never know when you will go out there and think that the Pacers are going to go out there and put up 157 on a team. This game right now reminds me of the All-Stars. Now, I think it was, 2 or 3 times that the Pacers did this? Just the Pacers, they're alone. I think the last time I saw it was against the Celtics, too. The Celtics did it one time, too, if I'm correct, right? But I'm gonna say this loud and clear. This game here, I didn't like it. I didn't watch it. But I want to say this also. Pacers, I don't know if they're going to last. I don't think they're going to last. I don't think they're going to go to round 2. They're going to go to round 1. They're facing the Bucks. Maybe they'll go to round 2, whoever they face next. I don't know if they're going to make it to round 3. But, to be honest, I have one question for Pacers fans. Is Tyrese Haliburton going to clutch up and be the same Tyrese Haliburton that we saw in the in-season tournament? Is this going to be the same Tyrese Haliburton that we saw in November? I mean, to be honest, I don't like watching Tyrese Haliburton. I've never been a fan of Tyrese Haliburton. I don't know why people are so hyped of him. But everyone has their own opinions, their own favorite player. But, yeah. I'm never going to get on the hype train of liking Tyrese Haliburton. There's nothing that I see in my eyes and say Tyrese Haliburton is that guy. He will be that guy. No, not in my mind. Me of watching NBA my whole life, I will never come to say that. But, yeah. But other than that, this game here was boring. I did not watch it. I mean, after what happened, I saw the scoreboard when they put up 157 on them. Oh my God. I was like, yep, not watching this. So, yeah. This is a blowout. I mean, this is embarrassing. Your last game of the regular season, you go out here and you put a banger against the Hawks. Now, regardless if that's with no DeJounte Murray or no Ice Trae, which there was no Ice Trae, but to be honest, no star players on the floor for the Hawks. There's no way you let Pacers, regardless if they'd even have their starters in too, put up 157 on your head. Wow. Yes, wow. Now, I'm going to say this loud and clear before I move on to any other team out there. I could be wrong, I could be right. Most of these teams did not play their starters in. The only teams that probably played their starters in are teams that are playing for their playoff season or life, or teams that are just ending their season with a losing streak. Let's just point that out right now. So, yeah. Let's talk about this game here. Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett against Hemi Buckets in the Heat. Now, Hemi Buckets in the Heat, they played strong. They played great in this game. Now, I didn't watch this game. I didn't tune into this game. I'm guessing the Hemi Buckets didn't even play in this game. But if you go out here and you lose to a Toronto team just like the Brooklyn Nets did, that's pathetic. There's no way you go out here and you lose just like the Brooklyn Nets. I can never forget the day that the Brooklyn Nets lost to a Detroit Pistons team. You never forget that day. And to sit here and say that the Toronto Raptors, they are going to be in rebuild for long talks, and they think they can go back to the 2019 Toronto Raptors. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say they are going to go back or they're not going to go back, but I will say, though, is, are they going to have another Kawhi Leonard in Toronto? Are they going to have another Claw in Toronto? Because, to be honest, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. That's just my opinion. That's just crazy. Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett got traded from New York to Toronto for OG Anunoby. And look where the Knicks are sitting. And look where the Toronto Raptors are sitting. Dang, that must be hard. And I remember that trade. Everybody was talking a lot of bad things about that trade. Like, that was the worst trade that the New York Knicks made and Toronto made. You're getting rid of OG Anunoby, and you're getting rid of Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett. I mean, and to be honest, if I had to choose who's out of those players, I would probably take RJ Barrett out of those players. Out of OG Anunoby, Emmanuel Quickly, and RJ Barrett, who would I take for my team? I'll take RJ Barrett. I would just move both of them to the side. There's no way you're going to sit here and tell me that OG Anunoby is way better than Emmanuel Quickly. But, yeah. I just can't believe Toronto has just been that dreadful team. But, yeah. This game, I did not watch the game. I didn't tune into the game. So, yeah. I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe Miami Heat didn't even play the starters in. I don't know. But Miami Heat, it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to go out there and start doing amazing. So everybody can say that College Boy 23 was right. Now, regardless if the Heat does somehow, some way go all the way or not, we can all say they tried, right? I don't know if I'll see Himmy Buckets in another uniform. I don't know if he's gonna stay as the Miami Heat or move to another team. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna stay another season with the Heat if he gets another star player. But I could be wrong, could be right. But yeah. But other than that, this game here was boring. It wasn't fun. So yeah. All right, this game here. New York versus Chicago. I tuned into this game just for a little bit. At one point, I thought the Bulls were going to win this game. And all of a sudden, I see the Knicks coming back. They start creeping back out of nowhere. Jalen Brunson played an amazing season. Regardless if he dropped 45 points in this game or he dropped 20 in this game. He went out there and played his heart out in these games. The Knicks needed this game desperately so they can get the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. And the Bulls did Bulls things. They lose in fashion by 1. So that means now they're playing against the Hawks. Everybody's known that. The Knicks, on the other hand, this game for them was a win or lose. And they went out here and won. Because if they won this game, they would, take the 2 seed. And that's what they did. They went out here and took the 2 seed from none other than the than the Milwaukee Bucks. Jalen Brunson has to be the main guy of doing all this. And now, again, I could be wrong, I could be right. But Josh Hart, all of them played good in this game. Now, there was no Julius Randle, but to be honest, do they need Julius Randle? Because the Knicks have been hot lately. They have not been losing games that I've known so far. Nobody has been kicking off of the throne. They have been amazing. The real question is, can they do good in the playoffs? We all have to wait and see what's going to happen for them. But this game here was fun. I tuned in for a little bit. This game went to overtime. Now, did I see this game going overtime? I did not tune into the game by then. No wonder this was a close game. No wonder. Because these are 2 great teams, 2 great, stars on the court. 2 teams that have great stars on the court. It was a fun team all around. Regardless if this is a win or loss for either team that I went for, this was a fun game. The Knicks needed this bad so they could get the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. The Bulls, they lose by 1 in fashion. But yeah, I watched it for a little bit, and I just not watching this. So, but yeah. Let's talk about this game here. God dang. Bucks. Your last regular season. I'm guessing no stars if I'm correct. And you went out here and you didn't even put up 90 on the scoreboard. Wow. Just wow. Now I'm going to say this loud and clear to everybody out there that has their own fan base and favorite players. Can the Bucks finish first round in the playoffs We all have to wait and see, because Giannis just said he's gonna come back. So be it. Let him come back. But I want to say this now. The Orlando Magic went out here and put up 113 on the scoreboard. That is insane. That is crazy. This was a great game all around, regardless if it's a win or loss. I wish I did tune into this game. I wish I watched the highlights. I did not watch any of this. I didn't even watch anything. Some games. But to be honest, this game here was fun. No Giannis, I'm guessing. No Dame Adala. Now, regardless if the Bucks even play their starters in this game or not, they had to go out here and try their best so they don't lose the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. But that's what they did. They went out here and lost. It hurts, but yeah. But other than that, this game here was fun. It was great. The Orlando Magic side, can they last in the playoffs? We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait. The team they're playing is the Cavs, so we're gonna wait and see what they do against the Cavs. This is a young, developed team. They're doing everything they can to get everything back in order, so they can be the Orlando Magic that everybody said they were. I can't wait what they will do. I'll be excited. So, yeah. Alright, now let's talk about this game here. Now, this game here, let's talk about this game. It's going to be a short recap so we can move on to the other games. Mikal Bridges, Brooklyn Nets versus Joel Embiid, 76ers. Now, this is how the Brooklyn Nets are going to go out here, show up and show out. Now, I could be wrong, I could be right. Maybe the Brooklyn Nets were looking for a side coach right when the game was over, to be honest, because they didn't even put up 90 on the scoreboard. They didn't even put up 89 on the scoreboard. And they go out here and they lose in fashion against Joel Embiid and the 76ers. It doesn't mean that the 76ers are going to go out here and bring a championship to Philadelphia. It just means that the Brooklyn Nets is just, you can't have your confidence on the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets go out here and lose almost half of their season, half of their games. All because of Ben Simmons says this is his comeback season, and everybody has their faith on Ben Simmons, and then Ben Simmons doesn't come back and show his face until the next season, and yeah, it's just pointless at this point. Honestly, I'm gonna say this loud and clear to each team out there, regardless if I'm right or wrong. I would not have Ben Simmons on my team. I wouldn't even have Ben Simmons on the bench. I would just cut him immediately. Because this man always says, this is my comeback season. Never been healthy. Right? Am I the only one or no? He's never been healthy. So what's the point of him having him on your bench if he's not even going to play his heart out in these games? But, yeah. And also, 76ers. Hopefully the 76ers can go out here, show up and show out in the playoffs. 76ers are playing against the Heat. That's going to be a really hard matchup for me. You guys are going to have to wait for my video here in a few days. Few days. I can't wait to talk about that game. That game's going to be exciting to talk about. Yeah. Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, regardless if you played this game or not, I want you to go out into the playoffs, show up and show out, and show everybody that I'm right. Because every time I talk to people say, oh, 76ers they fluke in the playoffs. They're not that talented. When have you seen Joel Embiid in his best days as a 76ers? I was like, and nobody's been talking about him in the playoffs. Everybody thinks that he's just a fluker in the playoffs. To be honest, I don't think he is. I just don't think he has enough help in the playoffs. That's what I say, and that's what I think. But now he has Tyrese Maxey, and hopefully Tyrese Maxey can actually help Joel Embiid to bring a championship to Philadelphia. So it'll be great. I would love it. Can't wait. And again, the 76ers do play the Miami Heat in a few days. So, yeah. Let's talk about this game here. Los Angeles Lakers, Anthony Davis versus Zion Williamson and the Pelicans. Now, I did not tune into this game. This game was crucial. The At one point, the Lakers put up, 71, 75, when the Pelicans were in the 50 range, if I'm correct. Yeah. Now, Anthony Davis, he went out for back spasms, right? Now, Anthony Davis, I've said this before, and I'm not going to repeat myself every year for you. You need to get healthy. You need to go out there, and so you don't get hit in the eye, put glasses on, put a mask on, put something on. Because last thing we need is for you to go out there and get hurt, and our season is just over. Because we all know what's going to happen when the Lakers lose the play-in and playoffs. Everyone's going to talk about AD wasn't at his best. Oh, the crybaby's going to request a trade. Oh, the crybaby wasn't trying his hardest because he's pushing on the 40 years old. Oh, nobody cares about that. He's out there to ball out, right? Let him ball out. Let him do what he's supposed to do. Let him prove what he always says he's going to do. Bring a championship to that team, right? I know everybody says you need another player to help you. Okay. AD mostly helped you out of the season, right? Now it's your turn to bring a championship to Los Angeles, Miami, or Cleveland. Wherever you are in the NBA world, try your hardest. And don't bring up no excuse, AD didn't help me. But, yeah, the Lakers did beat the Pelicans, and I mean they did beat the Pelicans bad. I did not even watch this game. I didn't even tune into the highlights. CJ McCollum was trying to do everything he can. That means the Lakers did hold the 8th seed. If the Lakers did lose this game, it would be bad. So, that's good that the Lakers won. That means the Lakers do play, again, indeed, against Zion Williamson and the Pelicans here in a little bit. I'll be talking about it. But yeah, I'm not mad that I lost this game. This was a fun regular season cap of the NBA year. Great game, fun game, competitive. I'm really disappointed that AD went out. Apparently they're saying that he might be a probable player in this game. He did say that he might play he said he will play in this game. This is a win or lose situation in this game. So, yeah. Let's talk about this game here. Now, I did not tune into this game, not one bit. I didn't watch the highlight of this game. Now, the Warriors went out here and they did the unthinkable and they just won. That's what they do. They win. Now, the Jazz, at one point, they were catching up, but Steph Chef said, nah, we're going to win this game one way or another, and that's what they certainly did. The Warriors needed this win, regardless if the Lakers won or lost. Okay, right now, the Lakers are in the driver's seat. Right now, in the second place, I think it would probably be the Warriors or Kings. I'm guessing it would probably be the Kings and then the Warriors. But, to be honest, it doesn't mean anything. They're still, right now, if I'm correct, they're still sitting in 10th in the Western Conference, right? So, they are going to play against the Kings later today also. But, yeah, the Warriors did play all their starters. Regardless if I'm right or wrong, they had to play all their starters in this game. This was a win-win or lose-lose situation for the Golden State Warriors if somehow, someway the Lakers did drop that game. So, yeah, they ended the season at 45, 46 wins, if I'm correct. And I mean, to be honest, the Warriors had a dreadful year, too, with, Steph Curry, Steph Chef, hovering around that 10 seed in the Western Conference between, I think it was 10-6 at one point, and then all of a sudden, just kept on going down even worse. So, yeah. And same thing as the Jazz. The Jazz, I don't know how to talk about the Jazz. The Jazz, again, this is the team that everybody thought they can be undefeated, but somehow they went from number 1 all the way to number 11 or 12. So, yeah. But other than that, I did not watch this game, didn't see the highlight of this game, so, yeah. Let's talk about this game here. Now, this is the same team that I'm about to talk about. Kai Jones, again, he did sign with the Flippers. Don't even know why. They're not even going to do nothing in the playoffs. So there's basically no point of him signing. But anyways, just want to get that off. The Rockets, let's talk about the Rockets. The Rockets, this is the team that had a very, very, very great half of the season, and they lost that game against the Warriors. That was literally a crucial game for the Rockets. Now, Jalen Green, before he played against the Warriors, he was balling out. He put up, 43, 45 points at one games, and at one point they were catching up against the Warriors. And I said before, I'd rather have, Rockets or Warriors in the play-in. But now they're out, and definitely their season is over. Their season's a wrap until next year, or next season. Şengün was the main player of that team. If Şengün played, I think it would be a way different atmosphere, a way different crowd, a way different energy in that game. If Şengün actually played in that game and never got hurt, I'm saying this loud and clear, the Rockets would actually be taking the 10th seed over the Warriors. I am saying that loud and clear. Because Şengün was going out this year. He was balling out. I have never seen Şengün go off like that. Sure, he's young. He's developing. But to be honest, he's a great young talent player. And hopefully we see him next season. Yeah. Now let's talk about the Flippers. The Flippers, I'm guessing, had no starters. I didn't tune into this game. I didn't see the highlight of this game. So, whatever happened in this game happened. The Rockets went out here and lost, or they won against the Flippers. Of course, as expected. That's what everybody does. I'm guessing everybody in the NBA world, in the play-in world, some teams have to play for their playoff life or play-in life. And some teams just want to let their starters sit for the playoffs. So, that's what the Flippers did. They let their starters sit. And they went out here and lost. Now, doesn't mean that Kawhi Leonard, PG-13, the Honey Bun, Russell Westbrook is all rested. They're not rested. Because they're worried against Luka and Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks coming up. That's going to be a very, it's going to be a fun game. I'm not even going to lie. You guys know how much I hate the Flippers. You guys know how much I like talking about Kyrie and Luka. This is where the stage is, and this is where it's going to end up at. I'm excited. I can't wait. That's going to be a great, phenomenal playoff run. Honestly, I'm going to give you guys my full recap on that here in a few days. So make sure you guys do tune in, hit that like, subscribe if you guys are new, and comment down below and tell me what your guys' favorite team is in the comments. So yeah. But yeah, this game here was not fun. I did not tune into it or see the highlights. So, alright. Now, Phoenix Buns went out here and won this game, right? They needed this winner, if I'm correct. And I did not watch this game. I didn't see the highlight of this game. The Phoenix Buns went out here and they did what they had to do. Like they did right when the season started for them, the road trip. They beat the Timberwolves and they beat the Nuggets. Right? And everybody said, including me, that I said they're going to have a very, very interesting losing streak for the month to end. And apparently they didn't do that. They went out here and they literally were embarrassing teams in the first half. But I can never forget the day that the Flippers played against the Phoenix Buns and the score was 4-35, if I'm correct. In the face that they took of Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, I can never get that image out of my head. Man, you gotta love the NBA, right? But they went out here and they beat the Timberwolves, regardless if the Timberwolves even played their starters or not. Karl Anthony Towns played. No, not played. He came back. I don't even know if he even played in this game, to be honest. And they lost this game too, 125 to 106. Am I gonna sit here and be disappointed? No, because this was a great game. I did not tune into the game. I didn't see the highlights, so I can't say anything about it. But yeah, these are all gonna be short, fast recaps. But yeah, this game here was fun. I wish I did tune into it, but I didn't. Let's talk about this game here. I mean, to be honest, Portland, they put up 82. Dame put up 85. And the Kings, they playing against the Warriors later today. Regardless if the Kings go out here and win or lose, this was a fun game. Here in a little bit, if they do go out here and win or lose, but yeah. De'Aaron Fox, Monis Sabonis, Malik Monk. Actually, no, I think Malik Monk's hurt. But yeah, the Kings, they had a very great season last year. This year, they have been up and down since the season has been playing. I just can't even think about it. How the Kings went from a very, very fun team to watch last season to a team this year has just been up and down, have not stopped. And they've just been worried about the Warriors and the Lakers creeping up from behind them. And now they are indeed playing against the Warriors. So, yeah. And Portland is just Portland. I mean, to be honest, they're in rebuilding phase now. Regardless of whatever happens this offseason for them and next season, we'll see what they do. DeAndre Ayton. He's never going to be different. He's never going to be another player everybody thought he was going to be. Portland is just a team that went from with Damian Lillard. Even with Damian Lillard, they went nowhere. Even with no Damian Lillard, they went even. This team has been just shadowed out. Like nobody talks about Portland, to be honest. I'm just going to say that right now. So, yeah. But, yeah. This was a boring game. I did not tune into it. Didn't see the highlights. So, yeah. Let's talk about this game here. This is going to be a short recap. This game here, I didn't tune into it. Didn't see the highlights. Both of these teams are not making it to the play-in or playoffs. Detroit, yeah. I can never forget that losing streak. Spurs, I mean, they only got Victor. Victor's not going to do nothing for Spurs Nation. I don't know how people think that Victor is that good player. But yeah, this was not a fun game. This was not a great game. Both of these teams are going to look forward towards the offseason and look what's going to happen next year or next season. Honestly, I didn't watch this game. I didn't see the highlights, so I can't even speak on anything in this game. I'm guessing both of these teams played with their starters, and they went out here and balled out. The Spurs did. Detroit's gonna probably look forward to next season and see what they're gonna do. Because Monty Williams, I don't think he wants to go out like that to lose like this bad as a lead. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, do I see him next season balling out with the team? I want to say yes, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with Detroit. Detroit went from an exciting team to a very disappointing season for a team. So that's just my talk, and that's what I'm just saying. So yeah. In Spurs, Victor, everyone was giving Victor hype and saying Spurs are not that good, not that talented. And was I right? Of course I was. I was never wrong. But Popovich tried his best and tried to do everything he can. And everyone's going to say, let Victor develop. Let him do what he does. Next year's going to be better with that team. He has all the time he needs. I don't ever think that he's going to, be the next Michael Jordan. But he'll be good. I just don't think he'll be next Michael Jordan. So, yeah. This game was boring. It was not fun. It wasn't pretty. So, alright, this game here, last two games. I did not watch this game. I didn't tune into this game. I said this game was going to be fun, regardless if there's no starters. No Luka, no Kyrie. And the Mavs went out here and lost by 41 points at one point. The Thunder went out here and took this game. Didn't even want to even look behind them. Regardless if the Thunder played their starters or not. I know the Mavs didn't even play their starters. I know that for a fact. But the Thunder, I don't even know if they played their starters or not. They almost, now I don't know if it's true or not, but at one point, and I don't know if it's still now, but they were down by 41 points. That was a nasty scoreboard. If I lost by 41 points, or if I'm down by 41 points, just end the game. Give him the win, because I'm not catching up to that lead. Thunder, Portland. The last scoreboard that I heard was 62 points. The Mavs almost got to that lead. The scoreboard, no, not scoreboard. They were down by 41. The Thunder in the Portland game, the Portland were down by 62 points. 62 points. I can't even imagine that. The NBA needs to do something. If you're down by that kind of scoreboard, don't even come out in the second half. Just go home, go relax, go back in the gym and go practice or something. Because you're down by 41 points, 62 points. What makes you think that you and your team can rally back? I'll be amazed if you can rally back to that scoreboard. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. What will make you in the first place even get to that lead? But yeah. Disappointing. Dallas Mavericks. I hope I don't see you against the Flippers like this. But yeah, this game would have been fun if it wasn't that bad of a scoreboard and that kind of lead. So yeah, other than that, this game was boring. It wasn't fun. So yeah, hopefully both of these teams do have a really fun time in the playoffs or the play-in tournament. So yeah, not just these teams, everybody that didn't make it to the play-in or playoffs. Last game of the night. Now this game here, I did not tune into the game, didn't see the highlight of this game. This game here was boring, it wasn't fun. I'm just gonna say that loud and clear. Grizzlies have been just dreadful since no John Morant. No Desmond Bain. And to be honest, I'm guessing no Desmond Bain. No Marcus Smart, I'm guessing. And to be honest, if the Chicken McNuggets even play their starters in this game, so what? Let them do it. They have way bigger goals than going out here and losing to a Grizzlies team that has basically no starters on the floor. And this was basically like a G League Grizzlies team, if I'm correct, right? That's just insane. That's just insane. I didn't watch this game. I didn't see the highlights. So, yeah. This game was boring from first to fourth. I'm glad I didn't watch it. This one's going to be a short recap. So, I'm going to give you guys my NBA recap. If you guys can, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me what your guys' favorite team is. And tell me what team do you think will bring the NBA championship home. Alright, we only got 2 games today. Alright. Now, we got Anthony Davis versus Zion Williamson. These two just played just a few hours ago. Like a few days ago. Sunday, and we're on Tuesday. Now, I'm definitely going to be watching these games. Now, I know people are going to say Lakers might win or Lakers might lose. If the Lakers win this game, they might play against the Thunder or the Chicken McNuggets. If the Lakers lose, they play against the Kings or the Warriors. Regardless. Whoever wins this game, they're going to play against the Nuggets or the Thunder. And whoever loses this game, they're going to play these two teams, Warriors, Kings. All right? Now, we have the West today, and we have the East tomorrow. So I'm going to make a bunch of videos talking about it every morning that I usually do, or every afternoon that I do. So, yeah. Let's get into these recaps. Now, I said this before. These two did play a few days ago, a few hours ago, whatever the case may be for you guys, whatever time you guys want to say it. Now, the Lakers went out there and played their best out. They played their heart out in that game, regardless if it's a win or loss. This is the play-in tournament. This is where it really starts. You gotta start from the bottom to get to the top. And this is where it all starts. I cannot wait. I'm going to be watching these games, all these games, in the playoffs and play-in. So, yeah. Now, the last team I went for between these two, I think I went for the Pelicans. Today, we don't know who I'm going to go for, to be honest. Last game, Anthony Davis did say he will go out with a back spasm, and he said he will play in this game. He said he's going to play in this game. They said he's probable or questionable. To be honest, I see him playing in this game. There's no doubt for him to miss this. Now, this is my opinion real quick before I make my prediction. Pelicans, Lakers, whatever the case may be. The Lakers, most importantly, I want to talk about the Lakers. If the Lakers go out here and win this game and they play against the Thunder or the Chicken McNuggets, most importantly, if they play the Chicken McNuggets, and I'm saying this now before they even get to that win or loss, the Lakers I don't know what's going to happen to them once they go into the playoffs against the Chicken McNuggets or the Thunder. If they play against the Nuggets, they don't have a chance. They are going to get swept. But I don't know why people are saying that the Lakers are going to come back and actually win. They're not going to win. They're not. They don't have anybody to guard Nikola Jokic. If you want to say AD, go ahead and say AD. AD can't even handle Joel Embiid. He can't even handle his own back. What makes you think he can guard Nikola Jokic? Jamal Murray is going to be doing Jamal Murray things on the court. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. If the Lakers play the Nuggets, Lakers are going to get swept. Lakers they're going to try. Not going to say they are or they're not. They're going to try to lose this game so they can face the Kings or the Warriors. But I want to say this louder and clear. There's also a thing that also comes back at you. And that's the guilt. Because Lakers are both basically in a lose-lose situation. There's no winners in this conversation. The Lakers, they have lost to the Warriors, right? No size against the Warriors, right? The Warriors still won. The Lakers still lost to the Kings, right? Don't know how. I don't even want to get into that conversation. There's a player out there that can guard AD, right? Lakers have lost to the Nuggets. First game of the regular season. We've all known what's going to happen. Lakers have beaten the Thunder, right? We've all known what's going to happen there. But I can tell you this, because I don't know what's going to happen. The Lakers will go out here and try their best. They're going to give it all this game. And they're going to play against a really good player named Zion Williamson and CJ McCollum. And Brandon Ingram is coming back in this game. Now, I could be wrong. I could be right. But the Pelicans are going to give it all they got in this game. And this is going to be a fun, energetic game. These teams are going to be playing for their playoff life, basically. Play-in life, whatever the case may be. And I can't wait until this game starts. Until it tips off, I'm going to be watching this. AD, you better give it your all. Zion Williamson, you better give it your all in this game. Because I want to see more energy on the court. I want to see more fan base or more fan players in this game. But I want to say this loud and clear one more time before I move on. Lakers Pelicans, if they go out here and win this game, either way, they're still in a lose-lose situation because you got to play both teams that you don't want to see and you don't want to face. You got to play Steph, or you got to play De'Aaron Fox, or you play Nikola Jokic, or you play SGA. Regardless, I don't want to be in that situation. I'd rather not even be in the play-in. I want to be in the playoffs. I'd rather be hovering around the 6 or 7 spot to play against another great team like Kevin Durant or, you know, Anthony Edwards, you know. But I will say this loud and clear. Lakers have nowhere to hide. Lakers have somewhere to play for and some teams to play with. All right? Regardless if you want the Lakers to go out here and lose or you want the Lakers to go out here and win, they're still in a predicament of what's going to happen in that next game. This is going to be a very crucial game. Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, let's make this a game. Let's make this game ball out and let's have a blast of the play-in. So, yeah, and this is the Western Conference. No play-in for the Eastern Conference yet until tomorrow. So, yeah, but I will give you guys my predictions on these two teams. So, yeah. I can't wait. I'm excited. So, yeah. I'm going to be going for, and regardless if they're playing or not, which most likely they are, I'm going to be taking Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers to win and play, or move on to play the Warriors or the Kings. So, yeah. I'm going to be taking Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers to win this game. This will be a great competitive game. So, yeah. Alright, now we're going to move on to this game here. Now, this team right here is also in the same talks as the Pelicans and Lakers. They're also in a lose-lose situation. Whatever team wins or loses, they got to play one team and another team after. If the Warriors win, they play against the Nuggets, and we all know how that scene happened. We all know what happened in that game, right? And if you lose, you play against another team that you just played, like the Lakers, the Pelicans. This is basically the same way that I just mentioned to the Lakers and Pelicans, but backwards. Steph Chef is going to be a phenomenal player on the court tonight. Fun player. De'Aaron Fox is missing some pieces, but that's not going to stop him. He's still going to be the same De'Aaron Fox that everybody thought he was not going to be. I hope the Kings go out here and the Warriors go out here and just ball out like they usually do. And I don't want people to say that these two teams are a rival in the season. But I want to say this loud and clear. Stephen Curry and De'Aaron Fox they're going to give it their all in this game. Now, I know Malik Monk has been out. I don't know if he's going to play in this game or not. I don't have any details on that yet. But I will say that they are missing one of their key players in this game. And I think everybody knows who I'm talking about. His name is Kevin Huerter. That man is a shooter from three-pointer. You leave that man wide open, that man will shoot it. Yeah. I don't know what team is gonna go far, what team is gonna go short. All we gotta do is sit and wait and see what's gonna happen. So, yeah. But I will say though is I'm gonna make my prediction on this. I'm gonna be going for Steph Chef and the Golden State Warriors to advance to play against the winner between the Lakers or the Nuggets. So, yeah. But guys, that is my NBA recap. You guys tell me in the comments who you guys are going for, and you guys tell me who's going to bring the NBA championship home. With that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.